So, and I think hey, Eduardo. Shall we do intentions and distractions just to get started? A little check-in, see if you want to, welcome to share anything else that you like. We got 2 hours together to do this. So I'll get started. So my intentions are for us to have a great sprint planning and for us to have a good idea of what we will achieve in the next 2 weeks, which is only 2.5 sprints to what we are targeting for the hatch. And distractions, I saw Jess's cup of tea and I don't have a cup of tea. I didn't make it beforehand, so I have tea envy right now. And that's it. I will pass to Santi.
Thank you, Tam. Intentions, just sync, get ready for the next sprint and try to choose better the amount of work that we program for this 2-week period and try to better sync with the rest of the groups. And distractions, my phone is burning all day long today. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's a bull run or what. And I may have to answer a couple calls, but I'll try to keep it quiet as much as possible. And I'll pass it to Zeptimos.
Thank you, Santi. My intention for the call, is to think and make a good plan for this sprint. And my distraction is I'm looking all the time the gas price, and because I want to do some transactions, and it's kind of annoying. And I'll pass it to Juan.
Hello, my distraction is that I'm in my parents' house and internet is not so good, and that I am voting in Tokenlog, but my intention is to help in this call and to have a good load of work to do in this sprint. And I will pass to Jess.
Hello, everybody. Intentions totally open, but I guess my main thing, it's Marco's friend, is to have a seamless handoff to Marco for sprint planning and project management of the comms working group and identify focused work that I want to do in the next 2 weeks, which I'm pretty clear on. I just need to maybe create some issues during this meeting, so that will be my only distraction. And I will pass it to Eduardo.
Thank you, yes. Hello, everyone. My intention for this call is to get a clear idea of this sprint and also to sync with comms in the task. We already have a sync call, but just to put that on the issues. And then to my distractions is that I have a hard stop and that there is a construction site next to me right now. So if you heard any noise, it's because of it. I will pass it to Jay.
Yeah, hi. Intentions, we'll see where everybody is. Be excited about moving forward. Everything's coming together, looking great. And I currently don't have any distractions. How about you, Griff?
My computer is my biggest distraction. It is just grinding to a halt right now. I don't understand why. So I'm trying to close everything, but probably have to turn off my video. As far as distractions, and looking up someone's address and telling them from the last call, stuff from the lab. And I'm very excited about Tokenlog and all the stuff to do this week. There you go.
So my intention is to commit appropriately and not overcommit, which in real life I've been pretty good at, so I'm happy there. And my distraction is like my car's going to need work and I need to move out of where I was living and thought I'd be able to stay through March, but the roommate situation's become untenable, so my distraction is really figuring out how I'm going to turn crypto into fiat and not do it, just the same trading thing. Like, I should wait? How much should I wait? Fees are ridiculous. This is all stupid. Why can't I just have my money? So, but I will probably not be thinking about that too much. I'm pretty good at blocking things. So my intention is to commit appropriately. And let me look. Feel like who have I got in the middle? Marco, you haven't gone, have you?
Not yet, thank you.
I'll pass.
Hi, everybody. My intentions, first of all, to have a great sprint planning, clear sprint that we can commit to and actually deliver and close all issues that we plan for this sprint. Like, that's the number one thing. Intentions, and distractions. Yeah, you've seen I'm not alone here, so people are just like coming in this room and out and stuff like that. So yeah. And who hasn't gone yet? Olivia?
Hey guys.
Hey.
Yeah, my intentions are to organize my board, put the intentions for the right issues for the sprint, and catch up with what everyone is doing. And distractions is that I just arrived in my new place and it's amazing, so I'm pretty excited. But then I was like, oh, I'll be able to jump in this call, so I'll explore in a minute.
Awesome. Congratulations. That's huge. Okay. The agenda is always in the calendar. So if you don't have the link, you can jump in the calendar entry for the link. And there's just a few things before we get started. If you go to the board, I don't want anyone to get confused. There's now this Epic pipeline, and it's one of the recommendations and defaults with ZenHub. And it is basically just where we put all of the epics so that we don't keep dragging them into the sprints. So the issues go into the sprints, but the epics will just stay here if we ever need to reference them. So I just wanted to show that to everyone before we go to the board. And then, hey, Griff, can I pass to you to talk about Tokenlog?
Absolutely. If you guys can even hear me. Do you want to share the screen for me, though, and go to Tokenlog? And we can see what our results are?
Yeah, I'm there.
Oh, great. So then, well, let's see. Ooh, 2 issues have been prioritized. Apparently, people want the TEC website, and they want ZEP to apply to be a TEC to the Swiss membership. So I think we can do those this round.
Definitely. Just finish the content. So yeah, we're on it.
All right. And I guess since this is the first time we're doing this, which is very, very cool, I'm going to drag these into the sprint backlog. So I have 362 and 405.
But there is another issue that has 133 votes that it isn't showing when you share your screen. It says content for front end of Hatch app, number 148.
Oh, how interesting. That just happened. Okay. So this Tokenlog is very awesome. I think we need to filter out epics, though, Griff and Jake, if you guys are working with the dev team and or person on this, because it doesn't make sense for us to throw in the whole epic rather than just the, let's see, show epic. Oops. Oh, wait, hold on. Here. Let's open it up and see what's inside. So what we should be doing in Tokenlog is voting on the issues, not on the entire epics.
The problem is that an epic becomes its own issue in itself. So there's just some work there. We can make that more specific, but because the sprint makes its own issue, makes its own number itself, that's all Tokenlog is calling. We can fix it, but
yeah, that's true. That's a very good point, actually.
That's why. That's why it does that.
I mean,
Okay.
in the end, this is signaling, right? So it's not like, oh, because of these votes, we have to do it. In the end, it's like, oh, that's cool, man. That's an epic. Well, what issues can we do in that epic? You know, like, it's okay.
I had a problem actually voting. I couldn't vote on anything, and I'm not sure. You know, I had.
You have impact hour tokens.
Are you using the right address, and are you on XDAI chain? I don't think you need to be on XDAI chain, actually.
I connected with two addresses,
Okay.
and I'm
Can
on
I pause
XDAI.
here, guys? I'm sorry. Can we add this to the agenda for the end of the sprint, just to make sure we have time for the sprint? And then if we want to do troubleshooting
Absolutely.
for Tokenlog, I think after is a better time to do it. Sorry, do I have to jump off? Is my audio that bad? Griff, can you try muting and seeing if that helps? Sometimes that has helped. Is this better now? Okay.
Yes.
Okay, I'll add it to the bottom of the, I don't want us to not end up doing our sprint because we've figured out Tokenlog. Okay, so TEC website, content for front end of Hatch app, and ZEP applying for Swiss membership. Let's keep those in mind. I'll circle around back to planning those for the sprint. And, you know, for the first time that we're trying this, this is like alpha testing. So it is very cool that we can do this, and very cool that we'll smooth out the process for it soon. Okay, so for the retrospective, which happened yesterday, which is awesome because it's all clear and fresh in our minds, the two things that came out was to improve the process to welcome new members, and for us to have a goal to end 5 minutes before the top of the hour to give people some buffer space in between the meetings. So let's sort of keep that in mind. I think that they're both good goals. And when we improve the process for new members, I don't know if we have an issue open for that yet or not, but if not, we can probably open one for it. Okay, roadmap to Hatch check-in. So, we also sort of went over this pretty recently as well in the last stewards call, just to see where we are regarding the Hatch. And I would like to propose as our sprint goal or our rallying call this sprint, which will be our third sprint, sprint 3, is something related towards like the focus on the Hatch. Would anyone else like to make suggestions for what our focus and what our goal should be this sprint? Does anyone have another suggestion or don't? Yeah. No.
So the Hatch makes me think about incubating, right? And so we're getting really close. And when you're really close, like when the shell first cracks, it's called pipping. When the chick hits the shell with the little thing on the nose. So this can be our pip. It's just an idea.
I love it. Are you saying PIP, P-I-P?
Yep, PIP.
Yeah, I love it. I love it too because there are some things that we need to prioritize before the Hatch, and that's really what we're doing now. We're pipping.
Yeah, I'm good with the farm analogies.
Thanks for that, Metaverde. That was very cool. Okay, so the sprint planning session is starting now. Just a few things, a reminder not to overload. Imagine 3 to 4 hours a day, like maximum. We'll go through the repeating tasks and we'll pull them into the sprint, and then everyone has their 2 or 3 priorities that this is the sprint that where we get those things done. And then let me close this. Let's go through the repeating first. Griff, was it you who threw these things in the sprint backlog already?
Sorry, my computer doesn't let me undo. I might have. I think I just I reopened some issues, but I didn't actually mean to place them anywhere.
Okay, that could be it.
I did put some things in blocked.
Hold on. I don't see anything in blocked.
Looks like they got moved out.
Okay, but the sprint backlog does have stuff in it. Normally we would start with a clean board and then we would all do it together, but reopening some of these might have done it. It looks like the gravity TNC got TNC issues. Do you want to speak about those for a minute? Because we closed them when we discussed them being inside the code of conduct. Should we talk about the TNCs before we get started with the repeating?
Sure. I reopened at least the Discord TNCs because I guess I just want them to have the final review by each team, and I'm hoping that this sprint we have to get the TNCs up for the Discord before we launch the Discord. So I'm hoping that we can actually add the TECs to the Discord this sprint and be done with that. And so all these issues are like, oh, hey, it's kind of like, when they're launching a rocket and it's like, navigation is go, fuel is go, soft gov is go, gravity is go, that kind of thing.
Okay.
I can give a quick update on that. So they're all ready. They just need to be reviewed. And the only blocker is creating general TNC that it's going to be part of all of them. And this is like pretty much ready too. It just needs to be reorganized. So I wouldn't consider a blocker.
Yeah,
so then,
it's not about it being blocked necessarily. Well, okay, there's one thing blocked. Like I think the Meta Verde and Chris and Jess, before they put the actual text into Discord, they just need to be comfortable. I basically said Septimus, Livia, Juan Carlos, and Santi all have to sign off on the final whatever they put in Discord.
Okay, that makes sense. We can coordinate on that to be like ready ASAP.
Okay, cool. And then there is the Gravity TNC for GitHub and TNC for Gravity group that are in here too. And SoftGov TNC Gravity group. Why are these here? Was it Griff? Did you reopen these as well?
No, I haven't closed them because there's still like some comments that we saw in the last hack session that I haven't like finished them. But I think it's small issues like defining certain words.
Okay, so did you, I think I see what happened. So Juan Carlos, did you just move them into the sprint backlog?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
Got it. Cool. So just for the next time, that just threw me off. For the next time, we'll do it together as a group. Everyone will do it together during the sprint planning. But now I see why they're here. Okay. Thanks for doing that. You preempted the planning session.
Sam, I also reopened one issue.
Yeah, I saw that. It was the audit to add the financial part.
Yeah.
I would say it's fine that you did that, but you could have also just left that issue closed because that work was done and opened a new issue for the financial part. But either way, it's fine. I see that. I saw that come across.
Okay.
For the sprint planning, we should start this all together with the sprint backlog completely cleared. So I cleared it all today. And I guess between then and now, people wanted to add things to the sprint backlog. But instead of doing that, if you can tag next sprint on the issues that you want to add to the sprint backlog, The idea is for all of us to add them together so we can talk about and see all of the things each of the groups are doing so we stay in sync with each other. So I think we just did Gravity group first, which is cool. Okay. Is there anything else, Juan Carlos, since we're doing Gravity group, that you wanted to add into the sprint backlog for your group?
I think that the most critical patch are to finish and to keep working on the terms and conditions.
Perfect.
And also, I think I can apply to the Swiss membership in this next sprint. That is amazing. And I think those are the key things that I want to work in this sprint, like to help on the terms and conditions, and yes, mostly that, I think, and continue with the training.
Cool. Thanks for that. Since you brought up the Swiss membership, I think everyone might have seen that there is an issue open for everyone in all the TEC stewards to apply to Swiss membership. If you go to the, if you go into each one, there aren't details, but if you go into the Epic, there are details for each part. Basically, it's that you have to populate your address with 450 DAI and around 0.01 ETH. Here is the link for you to apply for membership. It's really helpful. This is really considered the second round of user testing. So if you can add bugs into this repository here, not in our repository, but into the one that the devs are using for the Swiss Association, and adding screenshots is a big win because it makes things super clear for them to find and fix. And if you want a scholarship, if you need a scholarship, it's super simple, and you apply, the document for how to apply is right here. So anyone who needs a scholarship can receive it, will receive it.
And please don't do this till Monday. They're actively adding issues from the last round of user testing over the weekend. That should be done Sunday. Monday, you guys can try.
Could you say agree if I was doing it now?
Cool. Eduardo, I know that you have a hard stop. Would you like to do onboarding now?
Sure.
Okay.
I'm actually creating the issues for the proposal of Akasha Hub that I haven't created. So I was doing that at the moment. Yes, shall we? Yes. Okay, so for the next sprint, we have the onboarding, which is one of the priorities, onboarding the welcome, like how to welcome the new people who are on board. So the issue, that's one of the priorities, I think, to work on the Discord issue that is for that. It should be, I don't remember the number, but it should be there. Yes, there. The new Discord.
I'm so sorry. What onboarding are we? Which onboarding are we talking about? I'm really sorry. Are we talking about onboarding new users or onboarding hatchers here?
No. Onboarding. No, like preparing the new Discord to have the onboard section ready.
The onboard section being new users?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. And this is the one that Meta Verde, you stepped up to take this one, right?
Yep, that's why I needed the super clarity on this. It was like, yeah,
I'm just
it's confusing with onboardings.
Okay. Okay. Cool. It's labeled onboarding working group, so
yeah,
you know that's in your domain,
right? But some of the onboarding is hatchers, so I just was.
Yeah, we're thinking about changing the name to onboarding so that it's very clear that we're talking not onboarding is a established term. It means people new to a company or an organization. So we're thinking about changing the name so that it's onboard, like hatchers and proposals or something. It'll come up in the community stewards call next week. Okay, so for all of these proposals and any of these going into the sprint this week?
Yes, we have Idra DX for this sprint. There is there exactly. We have Akasha Hub for this sprint.
Is it?
I just created, so maybe that's why it doesn't show up.
Yeah, maybe it's here. Onboarding. No, I don't see it.
It just if you refresh the page, probably will load.
Oh, that could be it. Okay.
There you go.
All right. So, is that you, Eduardo? I guess I'll just tag
Yes.
you and label it onboarding working group. Cool.
Yes.
Okay.
And we also have, the sessions of onboarding ourselves. It's signed partially to you and Jake. Also, it's
yeah,
that one.
That one's it's assigned to Jake. He's owning it and I'm participating.
Yeah, and also the wildcards proposal.
Is that in here?
Should be, yes.
All right, let's try. Wild cards, like that?
Yeah, together. It's written together.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay, great. So if you tag it with next sprint, it'll come up when we're doing the sprint planning. That's the only reason we didn't see it now. No
Okay.
big deal.
My bad.
Okay.
I will keep that in mind for the next time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it, I think.
Okay. Cool. And actually, what about hatchers?
Yeah, we had a brief issue last time of the 10 ones. So I do believe we should create another one for the hatchers that we will try. Since the DAP.
I would love to just reopen that. Oh, you want to go 20? Okay, 20 sounds good.
That was the last one. Is that what we should do again? 20?
The last one was 10, but I like 20 for this sprint.
Yeah, me too. I agree.
Okay, cool.
But are we considering onboarding ourselves also on that count, or we are just the 20 will be?
Yeah, I would count that. I would count us.
Okay.
Or do you want to go 30 then?
I like that. There's the circles poker player at Panvala. I like that. I like that a lot. I like 30. I kind of see 30, maybe
I'll
40.
call your 20. Yeah.
Do we have
another 10?
Do we have a maximum number of hatchers that we can have, and do we have a target soft commit that we're looking for when we're onboarding people from not from?
There is no soft commits are up to them, and anyone who has C-stack tokens will be able to participate in the hatch. And it's relatively easy to get C-stack tokens. I don't think I think our target for hatchers was or soft commits was 70.
And how do I have some I have some issues assigned from comms. Would you leave it to the comms section, or we mention it now?
I think we'll do that over comms. Makes sense. Although you have to leave, don't you?
Yeah. I already talked to them with Jake and Marco, so that should be easy. So just to be aware of that.
Perfect. So what about this one, Griff? The 10 soft commits from big CSTK holders. Are we closing this one now?
No, I would love to have that for myself this sprint, just for me. I'm going to get 10.
Okay, it is just for you, so you get to keep it. Okay, cool. And then there is this sign up to emails, newsletters, CRM platform, import CSV. This is cross groups, so comms and onboarding.
Yeah, but that's correct, if I'm not wrong. And
Is that in this sprint? And
I can ask him about it. I mean, his wife is sick, so he cannot attend to many of the calls. But yeah, I can write to him about this.
I'm here.
Oh,
hey,
you're there.
Kurt, I didn't see you either.
Sorry, I didn't see you.
I just got here. Sorry, I'm late.
Cool. Just in the nick of time. It was
Morning.
late. So we're talking about the issue 166.
Okay, I'll just say I'm not on the board as I'm trying to just stay connected. So I'll depend on your voice.
So it's one of those two that have that are CRM related. It's a bit of a sign up to email newsletter, CRM platform, and import CSV. So I think you and I had some discussion around in our comments around the CRM issues, and this is one of them.
Yeah. So I mean, I can report on my understanding of where all of that sits based on a recent conversation with Dan, like within the last couple of days.
Cool.
He has actually set up a TEC HubSpot account. I mean, he's still in there playing with everything. What we're still waiting for is the email from Common Stack to TEC Impact Hours holders to confirm that they're willing to give us their personal information that they submitted to the Trusted Seed application. It sounds like he's very close on that email, and he said he would be sharing a draft with me as soon as it's ready. That's all coming from the Common Stack side.
Mm-hmm.
If that happens, then we'll be able to start populating the TEC HubSpot account. Until then, there's really nothing CRM TEC specific that we can do other than start tweaking around, under the hood. And so that's my understanding of the whole CRM thing. Now, how that all relates to the various GitHub issues, I'm obviously confused about. And so that's my understanding, and there may be others that can provide more information because I'm not really part of the process that's going to lead us to a starting point. So
I worked with Chris or maybe Dan about how I've used HubSpot for multiple clients of mine in the past, and showed them ways a couple of them were using it. And so I've also, apparently there's an issue around importing MailChimp stuff, which I've also done and volunteered to sort of help with, but it's really just previous mailing list groupings out of MailChimp into HubSpot. But there is a limit of 1,000 individual people who are considered people you can mail to, so you have to kind of be careful around your licensing around that too. So I'm still happy to help Chris or Dan or whoever is working with that to sort of tweak those things as we go forward.
Hey, Dirgadas, welcome to the TEC Sprint Planning. Nice to have you here. That's cool. Are you in touch with either Dan or Chris about that yet, or?
We had a training thing 2 or 3 weeks ago about it, and and I know Chris or Dan was driving it, so I was just, I'm so busy that I really just kind of pop in and try to sort of guerrilla help wherever I can.
Cool. Okay, excellent. So unless there's any objections, Jess, because you opened this, and I don't know if you had something else in mind, or Craig, I'm going to close 166 as a dupe of 197, and we can track everything in there.
Trust in you.
As Craig said, I think like 5 people created issues for this at some point. So yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry,
well, these are the last 2. So now we only have 1. Yes. Excellent.
Thank you.
Okay. This whole sprint planning was
sorry,
worth
Sam,
it just to dwindle it down to one CRM issue.
I have to leave, so let me know if anything else is needed eventually, or I will see the notifications if something gets assigned. Thank you so much. I'm sorry.
Thanks. Bye, Eduardo.
Bye-bye, guys.
So Santi, shall we look at legal?
Sure. Okay. All right. Let's see. Number 400. Okay, we should put it on. Hopefully.
Where's 400?
It's already there.
400.
So the legal, yeah. Well, the steward's application. It's already there. Where are you at? Let me check your screen.
Oh, yeah, I'm not seeing it.
I'm not checking the same one that you are. On mine.
Okay.
On mine, there's this one that you added. The steward's application for the Swiss membership appears, but on yours it doesn't appear.
Yeah, because I'm sorting by legal. I'm sorting by the working group.
Well, okay.
So this is everything that's tagged with the legal working group.
I'll just follow your screen. That's fine. I'll just follow your screen. Okay, now let's start with because there's still some little mess here. Now, 242 is the legal terms and conditions gravity group. I don't know exactly what that is. I don't know if that's a coordination that we need to do with Libby to get the final document for terms and conditions that's on the code of conduct.
Juan Carlos, are you trying to finish the gravity group terms and conditions this sprint?
Yes, that's something that I'm going to do this sprint, because we had a session this week and we noticed some of the things that need to be like completed in the gravity section. So I am going to go over them in this week.
So this is an interesting one because it's legal, but it's gravity, right? So should this just be assigned to Juan and tags in it, and Juan's going to carry it through and make sure Santi gives it the thumbs up?
I think that works.
Yeah, I think that works too. Cool. And just so there was one for gravity, SoftGov, and legal. So these should all be Juan Carlos then, and he will follow up with each group. That's what we're looking at doing, right? Okay. So I'll do that for all of them. Does that make sense, Juan Carlos? So you could follow up for the terms and conditions for gravity group with legal and SoftGov. Okay.
Yes, I think that after I put some of the things that I think that can like complete the section, I can schedule one hack session with.
Cool. All right, back to you, Santi.
Okay, now this other one, the 239, is the Discord that we were discussing also today in the meeting, and that's also one that you're working on, right, Juanca? The Discord terms?
It's actually me.
Yes, Septimus is the one that is on them, but I can review them with him.
All right, so I don't know if Septimus got one already for that, because he's the one leading, and we should merge both.
It's done. It should be review.
It should be review. All right. So maybe we should just merge this one with the one that Septimus is leading, and I will take a look at it because it's already done.
So this is the Discord. Okay, this is the one that Griff, you reopened this one. Do you want that?
I think it's a great idea to assign it to who wants to take on getting the Discord T's and C's into Discord. I don't know. Metaverde is taking on a lot of Discord stuff. I don't know, and always asking to help.
So so this is just somebody else is writing the terms and conditions, and I would just be putting them on the Discord, correct?
You will be Basically, you will be cat herding. So you will bug Livia and Santi and Juan until it's done.
Oh, bug them.
Yeah. And Santi too. Like,
It's the accountability and consequences, isn't it?
oh yeah. Oh yeah.
All right.
Virtual bugging.
I can commit to nudging. I can commit to nudging repeatedly, but I will not tap with a crop.
I need to work on my positive language. I'm really sorry.
Okay, and add to Discord, right?
I get the feeling that adding to the Discord is very much the easy part here.
So there's an issue for each one. So it's like, oh, this is an epic, but there's an issue for each one of those small little pieces.
Yeah.
All right. And what number was that? I'm going to put it in my.
So it's 239, and I think maybe did you open the other ones or did you only open these?
No, I opened them. Just type in Discord.
Okay.
Get rid of TNC. I probably.
Let's get rid of this. Actually, let's get rid of legal. It's because it was illegal. Okay. I mean, can I just make one issue and not have three?
Yeah, it makes sense because if Mataverde is doing all of them, then one issue, one sprint, right?
Yeah, I'm just trying to write all of the numbers down in case I miss them when I search. I like to have like duplicates of my list of things I'm supposed to do.
Okay.
No, we're going back to closing all these issues, so you'll have just one issue that's like.
Oh, but my name's gonna be on it, right? So my name. Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
Let's refresh.
I rounded up some good Discord help from a techie non-blockchain server, so I'm feeling comfortable that I got some backup that's not already stretched.
Hey Griff, can I ask you to do this so that I can keep going?
Absolutely.
Thanks. Sorry. I don't want this to be what we're staring at right now. All right, Santi, we're back to you.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks for that. It's cleaner this way.
Now, the 244, which is the big one, should move to this spring, and we should finish it because we are just about to get done. Cool. And that's a big one. And then the GitHub, we started that one. We reviewed the terms, and I don't know if there's I don't know exactly what's missing on that one. We created the first document out of the Aragon ANG document for GitHub terms, and I don't know if this is gonna have a specific terms or it's gonna go into the code of conduct. What do you think, Griff, about this one, the GitHub?
I'm so sorry. So GitHub terms and conditions, I would say it's not critical to hatch. That's what I would say. But
okay.
If you want to work on it.
But do you remember we started working on? But we started working on it, and then I remember that Libby was on that hacking session, and then I don't know what's missing to move forward. I think that Libby said that she would review it. Is that correct, Libby?
This is for GitHub, right?
Right. Because I don't. The question is, does this has to have a specific document, or can it go into the code of conduct?
It will need its own document. There will be and eventually it will. I mean, it can go into the code of conduct, but to finish it, it will be something that lives in a file on GitHub.
Okay, then maybe you can move it into this spring because we'll start working with Adrian on it. I want him to take a look at it from the from the legal perspective. So move it to the Spring Backlog.
Okay.
Now, meeting attendance terms is going to be finished. It's almost done. So that's also going into the Spring Block. And the manifesto should, just move it there. I'll just have to sit and review it and update it.
Okay. Is this not too much? Should we put 1 or 2 back? Maybe we put the GitHub back and the manifesto back. And if you
put the GitHub back because that's not critical at all. So just,
Why don't we put both of these back and you can continue
Yeah,
working
because
on
I
that.
also have the source code. I also have the source code from SoftGov and
cool. Cool, excellent. Awesome.
Hey,
Zeb, would you?
Tim, do you think I can go next? I would have to leave in the top of the hour just because I need to do something before it closes here at 4.
Let's go. Let's go, Olivia. SoftGov.
Okay, thanks so much. Yeah, just a quick update on the GitHub one. I did review it and it's leaving in the code of conduct. So I think it's like really easy to close it, but better to leave it in the backlog. And then once we start putting them all there, then we'll have it done. I am so ready to finish this code of conduct. I can't look at it anymore. I'm really positive it's gonna close the sprint because we can start passing it to the Gitbook. So I put in the Gitbook issue link for anyone that wants to collaborate on writing it. If people want to I think this and this category needs to be in the Gitbook, that it's going to be like a cultural handbook for the TEC.
Hey, Jess, I'm sorry. Olivia, why aren't I seeing the code of conduct?
I think it's an epic, but it's labeled next sprint. I think it's called all terms and conditions.
TNC.
Okay. And it's this one, the TC hatch. Right.
All the terms and conditions. That is an epic. Is labeled next sprint, and it's in epics, in the column epics.
I'm looking in there. I don't see it. Do you have a number for it, or are you looking at it?
Yeah, number 228.
Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. All terms and conditions. Okay, and this is so all this will be done this sprint, all of this.
Yeah, like the MVP of it. Yeah, we were discussing this in a past call of this is kind of a living document. So every time we look at it, we'll always find something that can be improved. But I think it will be important to close it as a this is it for now. And can we approve this and move forward and then have maybe once a month, a session to review it, or one person each time can commit with adding things to it. So they are ready, I would say. We just need to reorganize. There is a few comments of the last TEC sessions that weren't solved yet. So we just need to do that last refinement and then pass them to the Gitbook. So those are 2 different issues.
Yeah, I think that's the thing, is a lot of those issues are about, at least when I wrote them, they were about actually place where they will be interacted with by a user. So the terms and conditions for Discord, they're done when they're on Discord. They're not done when they're in our Gitbook. I mean, that's the step to get them to the Discord, right? Because
the Discord terms and conditions will require a lot of extra stuff that's in the GitHub, in the Git book to be there. But all those other small issues are like, they're done when, you know, a user can look at them.
When a user can look at them in the platform where they are mentioned.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a good question of like, how do we want to do this then? Okay, now it makes sense. So the content will be finished. So the hosting them in the place where they should be and understanding what's the best practice for that, then maybe that won't be finished in this sprint. Maybe for a few of them, but it feels hard now to understand which. We can commit with GitHub, with Discord. Let's do that.
Yeah, I think that'll be great because you just do one and then you understand the whole process and then you know what finished looks like, right? So.
Yeah, that sounds good. Thanks, Griff, for clarifying. Okay, did you find, Tim, the issue, or should we create a new one? I can't.
This one, TEC hatch? For all the terms
I think
and
this is for the hatch terms.
I found this 228, I mean, the one you shared, 228 for all the terms and conditions, but they have conviction voting, dandelion voting, augmented bonding curve. Are all of those terms and conditions ready? Or I thought the last time we said that some of those we were going to leave in the product backlog until after the hatch, but before the commons upgrade.
Yeah. I think the only one that's not ready is the conviction voting for the commons.
Okay, so I pulled in the other soft.gov, the GitHub, Gravity Group, and Discord, and TEC Hatch are in there.
Okay, and then we move the one from Discord to that's what you just said? Yeah.
Yes, into the sprint backlog. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Thank you. And then the ones I can see in my order here are the proposal. So this proposal would be, I think I need to rename the issue principle 1 and 2, propose a written agreement and a process for how to change them.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'll rename to propose a written agreement and then a process for how to change them, make another issue. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does make sense if you want to split that up into 2 issues.
Okay.
Are you doing that now?
Goes to,
okay.
Yeah, I just update it now and then I'll create a new one.
Awesome. Thank you.
Propose a process for how to change the code of conduct. And T and C's.
Santi, do you want to talk about the praise system source cred while Olivia is updating that?
Okay,
Yeah.
so can I say something? Yeah, I put a comment there in the bottom and wrote block in the title just to understand if we need the source cred proposal approved before we move forward with a plan for post-hatch, Santi?
Well, the idea is to present next week, present you with all the parameters that we have set up, and discuss on next Tuesday how we should want to publish how do we want to publish the proposal and what to vote on the proposal. So I think that our work would reach a milestone, and probably this issue will be closed for sure this spring. But then we will have a new one, which will be the voting, and a final one, which will be just implementing after the voting.
Okay, so this one is for this sprint, and then I'm looking at issue 272. That then I'll say it's blocked for this sprint until we finish that one.
Got it. Cool. Okay. And there is the post article. I'm not sure why this is in SoftGov. The polycentric governance in TEC. I think this was Jess in communications. Oh, you guys were going to work on it together. That's fine.
It's combined. It's not a priority, so I'm putting it in product backlog because I think there's other more important stuff. But I'm going to kind of keep working on it on the side.
Perfect. Cool. And the code of conduct on Gitbook, is that not, may not happen this sprint. That might be the one after, right?
So I wrote start putting there. So it's going to start. So I think it can stay there.
Okay. And then principle 5.
Yeah, so this, I just wrote a comment there for Juan and Zaptimans, if we could share the progress that they're having to this issue, and then we can continue to coordinate. Maybe we just need to add a few refinement points to this issue. So I don't think the proposal is gonna happen this sprint, or maybe it could. What do you guys think, Juan and Zap?
I think we could add the things we already have there, and maybe if we could do a session together and clarify. Like I feel like we can do an hour a call and just to brainstorm together and have more ideas. But I think there is already job done that can be there for sure.
Okay, cool.
Yes, I think the same as Sep, and that in this sprint we can have at least the try like the first pilot with Gravity, with the Gravity working group.
Okay, cool. So let me see if I understand this correctly. So there is a process for mutual accountability, and it's documented. And the next step is to have it sort of tested with the Gravity group. Is that correct? Is that correct?
Yes, I think so. I think it's that way. Sep and Ivy made the document, and we are now gonna test it.
Yeah, and then I think we can propose it also and have it and call like one accountability method, or at least like a framework for accountability method. So I'll just add start there.
Okay. Okay. I think, Livia, what we should do is probably turn this into an issue, and because there's a number of different pieces to this, and it looks like it's going to go across multiple sprints. So let me just, for now, turn it into an epic. Yeah. Let me just note it for now, and if you change it to start, we'll just bring it in, and we can refine it over the course of this sprint. Does that work, Livia?
That sounds good.
You could turn it into an epic
Yes.
and then put the pieces together and sign. Okay, cool.
And then on board, I'll just move to product backlog. On board, then to become a hatcher. On board, Juan to become a hatcher. I know I'm doing this with Jake and with you, Tim, but then I just created the issues for me. And then maybe you guys can create yours too. Is that how we're doing?
I'm not seeing what you're adding. Where is it? Onboard Dan to become a hatcher. Oh, cool. Okay. Nice.
And then onboard Juan to become a hatcher, and prepare presentation to ETH Denver. And then to this one, sorry if that's spammy, but I added all of you guys there. for you to drop topics in this comment section of things that that you think would be good to talk to best represent the TEC. So I'll create the slides and have like a structure, and it would be cool to hear from all of you guys, like what should we be talking about the TEC.
Hey, Livia, just a quick thing. I noticed that your talk is during the TEC community sync, which is kind of tragic, like on Thursday. So I don't know. Yeah, you were talking about changing the title. I don't know. Just like move you up and switch you with someone, or tell them that you wouldn't mind that, and then you could promote people to come to the sync.
If it was an hour earlier, you mean?
Yeah, if it was an hour earlier, or really any in time.
Yeah, if it was an hour earlier, it would be perfect to just invite people to come to the talk. He told me it was 5:45. Oh yeah, it is on the same time.
I think,
so should I try to talk to him, or you want to talk to them, Griff?
No, it's all you. And I think you were going to change the title, right?
No, he told me that was it. I think it was the time they had, like the that day. It was a bit confusing, the interaction with him.
Oh, really? Well, I mean, if you want to change
Yeah.
it, you can. I can talk to Simona about it. You change it. I think he just doesn't have the power, is my guess.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so I'll coordinate this with you then.
Okay. Hey, Livia, should we add it to the agenda in our community stewards, or is Wednesday too late for your talk on Friday?
It's Thursday, the talk, so maybe Wednesday would be too late.
Yeah,
it would just be something quick. Like if you guys have the time and you have this like, oh, I think this would be cool. You know, it's not a big deal if everybody can't comment there. I just thought it would be cool to like give the like for everyone to have the space to choose what we're going to be talking about, because this is all of us.
Cool. Okay, and so that's, you have 7 issues. Should we leave it? And I know you're still doing stuff with the Git book, but maybe we just leave that in the product backlog, and if it advances, great, but we won't. Oh, we talked about that one already, sorry. Identify working group proposals to assist their submission using the new process.
Yeah, this happens kind of on the go. Like it's not something that takes a lot of time.
Okay, so we'll leave it in the product backlog. Cool.
Okay. I'll have to jump out. Thank you so much for everything. Bye, guys.
Hi. Enjoy your new apartment.
Bye, baby.
Zep, should we jump into transparency?
Let's go. This sprint, we mostly will be focusing on the gravity trial audit. We already speak with Juan and he agrees on that. Like we probably going to use this next week for the like me and Ivy to prepare everything, and then the week ahead is when we are going to do the audit with Juan. And let me see. Then we move some issues like the. Maybe I didn't add the transparency for next sprint, but the issue I told you before, the like building the documentation on the financial statement for the audit. That's something we are also going to do this sprint. We are going to start to brainstorm this Monday, and then we are going to work on that. But definitely can be done this sprint.
Okay. That's the define the transparency audit criteria, right?
Yeah, we just added the
adding the financial part. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, I think
All
that's
right, cool.
Thanks.
And the onboarding one will be the next sprint.
Yeah. So we're going to gather the feedback from Gravity, and then we could do both at the same time, but I think it's better just to do one. So you can gather feedback, and then since we have time for Hatch, so we can gather that feedback and implement on the next one. So I think that can be nice.
Okay, cool, fantastic. All right, so communications and TEC params. Well, should we do TEC params? Because I think that one will take maybe less time. Jake, you're up.
Yeah, that's fine.
Cool.
Oh, wow. Why do our words always look different? Whatever. It's okay. So, okay. Where am I at here? I'm looking at your screen. Encourage people. So sprint backlog. Well, okay. So after Sunday, we'll be able to encourage people on how to vote. So that can go into sprint backlog, I guess, or what next? That should be done. We'll be able to get that done. Vote on hatch param strategy proposed making. What is Griff? How? So encourage people to vote, and then vote on hatch voting. No, that's the forum voting for the specific params we like. Right.
So vote on the hatch voting strategy.
Right.
So
that's the forum.
We have that up right now, right? But I don't
Right.
think we actually set it to a vote.
No.
So that should be that should happen this sprint, right?
Yeah, that'll happen this sprint too. Because after Sunday on our work session, and then we can go live on Wednesday. All these things can actually start happening. So that should all actually just boom, 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 boom.
I'm hoping 279 can be done this sprint too. I mean, maybe it's a bold thing, but with Vitor and Fabio and Santi Gonzalez and YGG all on it, dude. If they can't get that shit done, then we're not trying.
No, it'll be done. Encourage people to create their own. Okay, so that's fine there because we got to get all this other stuff done before even encouraging.
And the other one's closed. I think 373. Oh no, never mind. No, never mind.
Because they got to understand how this works before they can even propose. Oh, and then there's a Tokenlog issue, encouraging everyone to use Tokenlog. That I was honestly thinking maybe that should actually just be an ongoing, because if we're going to continue to use Tokenlog just for prioritizing all our own issues, it would never really go away. We just might need to close it and reopen it instead of, user testing. Once people are tested, then just people using Tokenlog, period.
Yeah, so this is just repeating.
Right.
The user testing in Tokenlog, and then the bug in Tokenlog.
Yeah, the bug just came up, so that's new.
That issue needs to be in Tokenlog.
It is.
Okay, cool.
It started here, and then I shared it over in Tokenlog in his Git.
Fantastic.
Maybe we can close it here then.
Yeah, you could.
Okay. Oh, I just lost it.
That's all right. I can do it too, Tam.
Can I ask you to?
Yeah, I'll get it. Let me where else? What else do I got going on here?
So, let's look at the not by sprint. So that was everything that was tagged next sprint.
Yeah,
right?
And then that's good actually. That's pretty much where I'm at. So that's fantastic.
Okay, excellent.
All right.
Cool. Okay, shall we jump to communications?
Garden Swarm will be faster.
Sure.
Oh, we didn't do Garden Swarm?
Everything will be faster than communication.
Now it's gonna be last. I'm
Comms
sorry.
will be
Because
fast,
we have
because
huge.
I just spent this whole time cleaning up everything, so it should be super organized.
Cool.
At least my issues, which are most of them.
So, cool. Okay. Okay, cool.
Your board looks different than mine, though, so
Can you?
I don't know why.
Are we on? Are we on
Yeah.
now?
Yeah, you guys are on. It's
Oh, we're
filtered
on?
for next sprint. So if you don't have the
Oh,
next
it's
sprint
filtered.
tab, it's not.
Yeah.
It's not
Can you remove?
I went ahead and put everything already.
Well,
So-
yeah. I think. Can you remove the next sprint maybe? Because there
Yeah,
are some.
sure. It's just it's not that overwhelming. There's only 20. Wow.
Because because we actually, what is in sprint backlog, I guess someone already removed the label next sprint since it's already there, and then it won't show up. So yeah, we got a lot of stuff working on. So basically, the TEC website, the content has been refined by Jess. So this is like for the next sprint. Then we got the new Discord onboarding that's Meta Verde working on. She's got a bunch of tasks already there, one of which is in progress. And then also Jess is working on a video storyboard interviewing community members. So that's up next for this sprint. And then she's also writing a blog post.
So this one, sorry. Okay, this one I did label to keep closed because it keeps reopening, and
yeah, and
there's two of these. One of them is labeled repeating, and that's the one that should come in here. This is the one that we can close.
And then there's in the product backlog, you see Eduardo is assigned to this one. It says demo speaker for TE Commons Weekly.
Yeah.
Is that so? I guess those are, yeah.
That's the one. And that's why I put in the name keep closed, so we could keep it closed. Hold on. Oh, it disappeared. Oh, here it is. Okay. So this one closing for good, and we just have to not open it again. Okay, cool.
Okay. Yeah.
Cool.
No confusion there. So that's that. Then can you scroll down for the sprint backlog a little bit more?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
So Eduardo.
Marco, did you drag stuff into the sprint backlog?
No, I did not.
Okay. Oh, I didn't either.
I mean, other people obviously did. So, it's when we started the call like an hour ago, someone already did that. So I was just cleaning up other stuff. But anyway, Eduardo will be refreshing social media profiles as well. So we had a sync today. So he's going to be working on that part as well.
Okay.
So I do think he will finish that this spring. And then weekly scheduling of tweets. I think that's just coordinated that with Ivy. So that's for that part. I think all of the stuff that are in sprint backlog is quite a workload for us.
Sorry, Marco. So Jessica, I mean, are you okay with Ivy just owning this issue? Like it's assigned to her, she makes sure it happens, and she consults you as she needs you.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't know why I'm assigned to that issue.
Okay, cool.
Probably yeah.
Okay. Sorry, Marco, keep going.
No, it's fine. So yeah, these are the stuff I think. Yeah, and then also how to become a hatcher forum post that's on Jess. So she's going to be working on those three things this sprint. I'll be working on the website, and then Eduardo and Meta Verde are working on the Discord and updating social media profiles. We got a bunch of other stuff in the product backlog, but I am not sure which of those we can really commit to, since I still need to reach out to some people and ask if for the help and if they can commit to that. So far I didn't get any response yet, so we could scroll quickly just through that.
Sure. Why don't we start with one that's on the screen though? The one for Nate. This one.
Yeah, the one for Nate. I just want to bring this one up. And Jess, I'm not sure you were coordinating this with him earlier, so I'm not sure where he's at with this one. If you have any feedback.
Yeah, there's a bunch of comments in it. I did a first pass and a second pass edits to the document already. So what's the next step for this?
I just added it up. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead, Jess.
I just I reviewed it. Tamara, your edits, it looks great. So I just said, let me know when you guys are ready to post and distribute.
I think we do it now.
Okay, get it in the sprint backlog. Actually, get it in progress then.
Now we'll just put in the sprint backlog. You guys drag it in progress when we start.
Yeah.
When you guys are ready.
I was just debating. We could put it as a forum post or a guest blog. I kind of think forum post, but I'm open.
You guys can decide that in communications. Actually, I think it's I think it would be nice as a post, but where? I don't know. The forum is definitely possible. The guest post would be on Medium. Yeah, it could be interesting too. I mean, Medium is where people are. Medium is what people read. People don't read the forum. So if we want people to see it, we should put it on Medium.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. So I'll just talk to Nate and see if he's got an account and ask him to post on Medium, and then I can get it on the TEC.
Okay, cool. Why are TE public goods important? Oh, wait.
Yeah, I am going to turn the forum post into a Medium blog so that it gets more eyes on it, and add just a paragraph at the beginning and end, basically.
Okay. And you added Sprint 3 to it already, so I guess that means you want it in the Sprint backlog?
Yeah.
Cool, got it, okay.
We're putting links to the forum in the Medium articles, right? That might generate traffic to the forum.
Yeah, most of the stuff on Medium links to the forum, yeah.
Okay, and this one, Communication Working Group Manifesto, Revisit and Refresh, I see it's already assigned to Sprint 3. Normally, we would just do that at the end. We would assign everything in the Sprint backlog to the Sprint, but I think that you're signaling that you want this in the Sprint, so we drag it to the Sprint backlog.
I'm not sure about this one. We didn't, like, Jess has already a lot of stuff has to do. I have stuff to do, and we didn't get anyone to help us with this one, so I'd not put it in the Sprint backlog for now.
Durgadas had mentioned he would be up for it, but then said he's too busy, so we can push it off.
Okay, so I'm going to
It's not priority.
Yeah.
If needed, I can help on that issue.
Who was that?
Septi.
Oh, Zep, you were okay. Then, Tam, you want to add a comment that Zep will help, or should I?
I would love if you can do it. Thanks.
All right.
And that's a lot of issues for the sprint anyway. 13 issues. I mean, it's not like you can't do stuff that's in the sprint. It's more that you have to finish the stuff that's in the sprint backlog.
That's true, Griff, but it's Ivy, Eduardo, Jess, Craig, Metaverde, and Marco, and Nate. So there's 7 people that are assigned to these issues. It does seem like a lot. It would be too much for one person, but for 7 people, maybe not.
Well, I love to see. I love to see. That sounds great.
Yeah. Comms is going to do great. You guys are getting so many resources. Eager to help. Okay, Marco, is there anything else in the product backlog or new issues?
No. That's all.
Okay. Sweet, excellent, fantastic. And then guess we'll change the name to Common Swarm.
And sorry, just to let Eduardo know, I updated all my onboarding proposal issues.
Cool. All right, Griff. The group formerly known as Garden Swarm.
That's right. We're gonna change it to a symbol. We'll figure. We're still picking the emoji. No, we're Common Swarm now. So there's I guess I need to change some of all these references. I'll just Control F, I guess. But yeah, I mean, Chewy's really. I'm assigned to these, but really, I've delegated all of these to Chewy, and he's on top of it. So we're going to do a lot of, we're finally unblocked with the Common Swarm, like Garden Swarm thing. So that was a major unblocker. And then as far as what we're going to do this with the dev side, we're going to deploy this week our own like internal demo and tests so that we can make sure the grade, we're going to freeze the hatch contracts. And then next week, like by hopefully this weekend, maybe Monday, Tuesday, we'll freeze the hatch contracts, and then the big focus is getting the Commons Upgrade demo out for people to use it. So by the end of the sprint, the big goal that I'm pushing for is just to get something out there for the stewards and everybody else to play with, so you know what it looks like when the bonding curve and conviction voting is launched. I don't know that we'll finish it this sprint. Oh, you can move everything to sprint backlog except for maybe the deploy commons upgrade, vote, and demo it. I'm going to leave that in product backlog, but I'm going to try. So yeah, if you guys have any honey, first off, congratulations. Second, this sprint, please help us vote on our forum, on our proposal request for Garden Swarm, or Commons Swarm.
Is there a vote on OneHive about that? Is that honey related? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, there will be. That's part of this. Well, for sure, we'll have the forum post up for the Common Swarm. I'm hoping this week. Another bonus thing that we hopefully will do is an AMA on the Common Swarm, and then. But I'm really hoping that by the end of this sprint we have a vote on OneHive on conviction voting for funding.
Cool. And the Community Stewards Working Group just has one, which is to help the manifesto, to pay attention to the manifesto. And then as well, there's some stuff that I just want to see, the things that are assigned to me. Yeah, so the roadmap for post-hatch, and we'll do something similar. From the hatch to the commons upgrade will be something that I'd like us to have a roadmap for. I don't know that we'll finish it, but I will say at least we start it, and maybe we can use our stewards groups as working sessions. At least one of the stewards group is working sessions to hammer that out. All right, is there, we didn't do the repeating. So a lot of the repeating, we'll just drag in now. The praise, Twitter forum, the lab weekly, verbal praise. Let's see. Okay. And then I think that's it. I don't think anything slipped through. So cool. We ended early. Do we want to troubleshoot Tokenlog with the rest of our time, or talk about Tokenlog?
Yeah, that'd be great. Absolutely. I'm hoping that the only one with the problem was Marco, and then I can just blame Marco.
Well, let me say real fast, good job running the meeting and getting done so early. Awesome work, Tam.
Thanks, Metaverde. Thanks. Yeah, this is great. So let me just to close. Thanks, everyone. I mean, you guys were so on top of it this session. So it's because everyone's so on top of their working groups that we were able to go through this so smoothly. So it's really all of you that made this easy. I had very little to do with it. So thanks to all the stewards. All right, I'm going to do the final touches on. I'm going to stop sharing my screen. I'm going to do the final touches on the board to clean it up. And Jake, take it away with Tokenlog. I'll be listening carefully.
Okay, hold on a second. I'll get my screen going here to show people Tokenlog. Tokenlog. All right, everybody see that? Yeah? Good? No?
Yep, see it.
All right, great. Okay.
Loading
Oh,
here.
I'm on ring.
There we go.
But it's a great comment, right? Like, you have to be on XDI even though
you have to be on XDI. You have to be on XDI for this to work. Okay. We do have voting power. Come on now. Don't treat me like that. Okay. Yay, there they are. Woo! See, stack and impact hour tokens. This is great. It's really self-explanatory. It's cool. You got a bunch of impact hour tokens. See, I have a different list because I'm going straight from the Tokenlog with, excuse me, for YDG and stuff for what we're working on. I don't have the old. So I like CAD models. Those are important for what we're doing. Tech Hatch DAO params decision-making process. Look, you can come in here and tell me what to do. Isn't that cool? You know, they can be specific. Yeah. Design of the forum. We should give that some votes. Let's vote on that. Why is mine not working? Because you got a quadratic. No, it works, Marco. It works. You got to increase the votes. That's what I was telling you in Telegram. All right.
It is a bug, though. You should be able to just vote with one voting power.
Yeah,
token.
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably the bug. All right. You guys are right. I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Let's just put it this way.
Marco.
Wesley still wants to know about it. That's
Yes, he does. Yes, he very much does. Yeah. I know, like, this is just really fun. Oh yeah, it's I should have been able. If there's 0 votes, you shouldn't need 2 votes. That sucks. Well, it's a good thing these don't cost money.
So eventually, should they be like? Do we want to curate a list that should be voted on? Because I know that there used to be an issue with the number of issues that he could show. Also, I think that if there's a shorter list, people might be more willing to vote for things versus here's everything in our product backlog.
Right. Well, he also has the capability of breaking these down to labels. So if there's specific labels to the issue, he can categorize them that way too. So we can be very specific about what goes in here based off of the labels associated with them.
Yeah.
We can do that too.
So we could make a community vote label.
Yes, we could make an entirely separate label just for stewards, just for community, just for whatever you want. And then that could be in that, that repo, and the issues made, if they want to be in Tokenlog, get that specific label. And he can categorize it that way, and then that's all you would see and be able to vote on.
So that would mean that we could then go through our backlog and we could label anything that we wanted to be voted on as a community vote.
Exactly. And even with our sprint planning and whatnot, we could all work together and vote on what we think we need to tackle and what we don't. And we have a new way of accountability.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I was excited as like product owner, just like, oh, you know what? I'll just use this to tell people what I want. Prioritize here.
Yeah, exactly. And then you have people, quantifying your agenda. Oh crap. Like, I got 45 votes here about, for YGG making CAD models, this Tech Hatch DAO params decision-making process could end up like 250. And I'm like, Jesus, guys, lay off, it's cool. Yeah, Tokenlog. I like it.
Cool.
Yeah. There's really not much more. I mean, it's just pretty cut and dry. There it is, except we have a bug now. But you can still vote. I actually like this bug because it requires more votes.
Okay.
All right. Griff, do you want to add anything to Token? I mean, everybody go use it. I mean, I know that the whole community isn't probably going to jump on Token, but we all need to. We need to take part in this because the parameters that we pick for this hatch are going to be done this way. So it's important that you utilize it.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, like, we're not doing this because we want to prioritize necessarily. I think it's cool. It's a nice, like, oh, this is great. We can also give the community some input on what we prioritize each sprint. That's pretty cool. But the real purpose is we're going to use this to design our economy. So like, and there's just, this is a hackathon. So we probably want to do some.
Yeah, because eventually we're it's happening right now. You're gonna see an issue come up here. It'll be like YGG's proposal for support required minimum quorum. And it's gonna have a screenshot of, I mean, it may not actually be in this block, but it'll be there to see what he picked for his parameters. and he'll have a quick little brief there about why, and that'll be a specific parameter with everything set that you can choose. Now, we want you to take part in this in actually choosing the specific params, but not everyone may want to do that. They may not feel the most comfortable about sliding all those dials and picking something. So SIM might have a couple up here of different support required, minimum quorum, toll gate fee, impact hours, and you can look at SIMs and you'll be like, I like SIMs, and you can vote on them. Or you can vote on YGGs, or you can vote on Griffs, or you can vote on mine. And that's why it's going to be really important that you utilize this, because that's how we're going to pick this. And doing it this way takes away the technocracy. I mean, otherwise we failed and we're just going to pick them. And we don't want to do that.
Cool. Thanks for sharing that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for having the time. Thanks for everybody being on time to do it.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll be cool when we have things, when we have more to, I mean, so when I'm looking at the page now, I scroll down to the bottom and I hit an end, right? Like it doesn't load more. So there's maybe 150, 200 issues. And I don't really know how these, whatever number this is, 20, 25 are selected. But it seems like, I know when we looked at this with Common Stack, we sort of thought we need some sort of like for contributor, we needed something basically to filter the ones that are shown.
Well, okay, that's great feedback. I can definitely take these down and then report them back to, you tell Wesley he can make issues for them, and we can get these more,
yeah. I mean, in general, the best thing we can do is not try to figure out the solution, but tell Wesley it's a problem.
Yeah.
And then he'll know what's the easier. It's, oh yeah, well, I can just make pages. I can paginate. Done. And he's like, I have 3 lines of, so you never know what's easiest in the code base for these guys.
Sweet. Cool. So that's it. I'm gonna say goodnight to everyone. I'm gonna jump off this call and use this half hour to watch movies with my kids.
Have a great time.